I don't know.
That's okay. Let's see if someone can help us. How about Saraswat? What did Vishwamitra do when he was jealous?
Sure. So when Vishwamitra was jealous, he, instead of controlling his anger, he decided to try and fight to the cow.
Yes, exactly. So Vishwamitra forcefully took Sabara away, and when he ran back to Vashishta, Vishwamitra used his divine weapons to attack Vashishta's ashram, and after much fighting back and forth, he eventually killed Vashishta's 100 sons. Exactly. So that was definitely a very extreme example of what jealousy can drive us to do. And in the second sentence of the story, there are some other behaviors mentioned that people participate in when they're jealous. Shrija, if you look at the second sentence in the story, what are those behaviors that we do when we're jealous?
Okay, Kuma, those behaviors are talking about someone else because you are jealous of them, and it also contributes to being jealous because you're doing it behind someone.
Jayaguru, yes, exactly. When someone has something that we want and we feel jealous of them, we sometimes start talking ill of them, we're gossiping about them, we might make comments about whether they deserve to have that thing, or even how we ourselves can get that. Okay, so Charlov, can you help us out here? Are those behaviors and thoughts good for us to engage in? Is it good to feel jealous?
It's not good to feel jealous because it isn't good to feel jealous because if they have a fortune and stuff and you try to steal it, that's like a bad thing.
Jayaguru, yes, exactly. You described it really well. It's not a good thing, absolutely. And it's never a good thing to take away something from someone or have those feelings of, why do they have that? How come I don't have it? I like how you said that, Charlo. So when having that jealousy, essentially we're learning is that it makes it harder for us to practice gratitude and contentment, positivity, and even compassion. So those strong feelings of jealousy may influence us to take poor actions, like Charlotte gave an example on, based on how we feel in that moment. Without thinking, we may try to engage in actions that are wrong and might lead us to suffer even more negative consequences. So then, in the last paragraph of the story, some of Thakura's advice is mentioned. If someone has something that we want, what does Thakura say we should feel for them? Simran, in that last paragraph, Thakura says how we should feel when someone has something that we don't have. And what is that?
On the last paragraph it says, show kindness when others are in difficulty and make friends with those type of people and ignore the sinful acts.
Jayaguru, yes, exactly. And when they do have what we might not have, we should absolutely feel happy for them. We should feel happy that they're experiencing something that they wanted, and we should hope that they're content. And just to remind ourselves, this is also directly mentioned in the English translation of the Parichaya. In the vow of the Sevaka, we recite, I will not harbor jealousy and ill feeling towards anyone. So we must fill ourselves with that love so that jealousy does not rule our thoughts and actions. So going back to the story, let's see. Pratyush, what did it take for Vishwamitra to finally not feel jealous and instead feel happy for Vashishta?
Jayaguru, it took Vishwamitra to not feel jealousy, to attack Vashishta with his entire force and even kill all his sons, and see that Vashishta wasn't affected at all. it wasn't distressed. And so he realized at that point his mistake.
And at that point, he had so much true knowledge that he realized his mistake and misbehavior towards Vasishta. Point, basically, you have attained enlightenment and have become a Jivan Mukta. You're basically liberating while living because you have completely understood the meaning of Brahman and have attained the highest divine knowledge and also the self-knowledge, which we call Brahmajnana. So it took him getting all of that knowledge before he finally realized his mistake and misbehavior towards Vasishta, and he went back to Vasishta's ashram and asked sincerely for forgiveness, and finally, because he was no longer jealous, they were actually friends after that. So, Aditi, a question for you. Should it take us reaching the stage of Brahmarshi for us to finally stop being jealous of others, or is that something that we don't have to work so hard to begin achieving?
Jayaguru, I think that it doesn't have to take us to reach the stage of Brahmarshi because, as Thakura said, you should always be, happy for others, and, the number one way not to be jealous of others is to just love other people because that's the thing that's going to bring you happiness. Jayaguru?
Jayaguru, you described that really well. I don't think I could have said it any better. That takes us all of that negative consequences of feeling jealous. There are simple ways, like Aditi mentioned, loving everyone, that can help us start to disassociate with that feeling a lot sooner. So that leads me to my next question that I hope we can hear from a few of you on. How do we train ourselves to be happy for others instead of feeling jealous? Yukta, what are some ways that you think we can train ourselves to be happy instead of getting jealous?
Jayaguru, I think we need to focus on what we do have because there's always something. We can always be looking at what we don't have, but there's so much that we can get. But if we count our blessings and focus on what we do have, we won't feel as jealous. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, Yukta, I really like that. Yeah. Focus on what you do have. There's so much that we have that could also be taken away if we're not feeling very content about it. So realizing that we are blessed without losing focus by someone else's blessings. Absolutely. Let's hear from Anyik. What are ways that you think we can, or things we can do every day to let go of jealousy?
Jayaguru, another thing you can do is to just feel happy for others and their accomplishments, and also maybe instead of thinking that they're better, maybe you can try and learn from them. If their accomplishments, if you want to accomplish what they've accomplished. Jayaguru.
Well, Anik, I really like what you just mentioned. It can be an opportunity for us to learn from others. Absolutely. When someone has something that you don't want, or you do want, and if they've worked really hard for it, maybe that can be an opportunity for us to see, oh, what is something that they did that I can do too, that I may not have done. That is a really awesome way to let go of that feeling of jealousy, because in the end, it's an opportunity for us to, again, focus on ourselves and get to a state that we have been working towards. That's awesome. IT, what thoughts do you have? What are some things that come to mind for you that you think we can do to help us not feel jealous?
Jayaguru, we can always remember Thakura, because Thakura is always going to be with us, and if we remember him, then he'll help us stop feeling jealous. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Yeah, I think each of what you all have said so far really gets at everything we can do to let go of feeling jealous. We can, if we catch ourselves feeling jealous, we should take a moment to understand, why is it that we're feeling that within ourselves? Could it be something within us that might be causing that? We can also remind ourselves of Thakura, remind ourselves that we are different people on different paths, and what others have may not actually serve us in our own path. We can learn to truly love others, because when we love others, it is much easier for us to not feel happy, or to not only feel happy for them, but also want happiness for them. And we can practice our own affirmations daily to raise our self-confidence, our gratitude, our positivity. So those last two things that I mentioned, truly loving others and practicing our own affirmations are incredibly important in our effort to escape all jealousy. When it comes to compassion, it's easy for us to love our family and friends because we know them and we trust them and we have a relationship with them. But loving everyone means loving even those who we may not know. Pratyush, how do we love someone we don't know?
Jayaguru, we can love people that we don't really know. But I guess you could start off simple by trying not to feel envy or any negative feelings toward them. You could start off with that and slowly just have the perspective of everyone as a creation of God, and look at them as if they were your family.
Jayaguru, yeah, exactly what you said. Starting from a place of positivity, realizing that there's God in everyone, absolutely. Nivriti, can you help us? How do you think we can love everyone even if we don't know them?
Jayaguru, I'm not sure.
Jayaguru, that's okay. We'll hear what others have to say. How about Naitik? What do you think? How do you think we can love people that we don't know?
Jayaguru, I feel like we can love people that we don't know by just maybe either getting to know them or just being nice to everybody. Because why not, Jayaguru?
Jayaguru, yeah. A combination of what you both said. Reminding ourselves that Takuro resides in everyone and we all come from the same universal being, absolutely. Another thing we can do is practice self-love. It's really hard to truly love other people when we don't love ourselves, because when you love your state where you can have unconditional love to give to others, you can also love others by thinking of love as an action. So taking the time to help others. And I think you mentioned try to get to know people, which is awesome. It's always really helpful to be curious and not judgmental. And so when we're curious, we get to ask questions and it connect with people in a way that allows us, makes it easier for us to feel affection for them or care for them. We can also engage in service. That's a really great way to show your love for others and begin to love others as well. And empathize with others so that you can understand what it's like to be in their shoes and appreciate their perspective. So lastly, I mentioned that we can practice affirmations daily to get rid of feelings of jealousy. If you haven't heard of affirmations, they're basically statements that you can recite every day to remind yourself of the values that are true to you or what it is that you hope to project as a person every day. So, Shreyasi, I'm curious, are there any affirmations that you feel like would be helpful to remind ourselves to feel happy for others and not feel jealousy?
To feel happy for others and not feel jealousy, I like to tell myself to try and see the best in people and to give themselves the same respect and the same perspective that I want them to give to me.
Jayaguru, Shreyasi, you got it. Something that's such a great thing to remember every day. Treat yourself the way that you'd want to be treated, and similarly, exactly like you said, feel for them what you would want them to feel for you. I really like that. We can remind ourselves that we are connected to the universe. Our happiness is connected to the universe, and also the light that we have is the light of the universe. So when we are connected to everyone and everything, we should want the best for everyone and everything, because at some point then it will come back to us too. So there's a lot that we talked about today, a lot of really helpful things we can do. I'm curious to hear from a couple of you. What is it that you hope to take away or practice going forward? Jimmy?
That jealousy is not that good, and to practice ways of not jealousy is by thinking of what your achievements are, and like just like see what you can do better and stuff without like actually seeing what other people are doing. Jayaguru?
Jayaguru, yeah, absolutely. I really like all of that. Ashrita, what did you learn today that you want to practice going forward? Ashrita? Or how about Charlove? Is there anything you learned today that you want to take with you?
Don't use jealousy a lot.
I really like that. Very simple and very true. Don't be jealous. There's so many other positive feelings we can feel. And he concludes our time. I wanted to leave us all with a quote that I found I remind myself very often on this topic. You will know that you have reached true happiness and compassion when you are so fulfilled with your own blessings that you begin to wish the same happiness for others. Because at that point, you have realized that when those around you are happy, your happiness will multiply infinitely. So with that, we are out of time. Thank you to each of you for spending your time in our discussion today. I'm very thankful for the opportunity to learn from you all, and I beg for forgiveness for any mistakes I might have made. Today, Aditi has Pari and Papa Vinimaya Seva, so Aditi, please go ahead when you're ready. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, today is my Pava Vinimaya Seva. I am in my sophomore year of high school right now, and this year has been filled with many challenges in school, but I have also felt more connected to Thakura. During this school year, I have started telling Thakura more often everything that is going on, and I have started using his teachings more in my daily life. One of his teachings I started paying more attention to is that everything in our life is temporary and nothing should be taken too seriously. I started remembering this teaching more whenever I would feel very stressed about school or uncertainty of what was going to happen in the future. Another one of Thakura's teachings that I followed was that I would try my best in everything and then leave the rest up to Thakura. I found that doing this helped me feel so much more relaxed because I knew that Thakura would do what is best for me. As high school continues, I know that even though I will have more responsibilities, Thakura will always be there to take care of me.
Jayaguru, Radha Sri Thakur Maharaj, Bhakta Bhai, Maya Pila Mane, ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଖୁବ୍ କୃପାରୁ ଆଜି ମୋର ସେବା ପାଳି ଅଛି ଏବଂ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ ସେବା ମଧ୍ୟ ଅଛି। ସବୁବେଳେ ଭାବେ କ'ଣ କହିବି କିନ୍ତୁ କହିବାକୁ ଭାବିକି ରଖିଥାଏ ଏଗୁଡ଼ା କେମିତି କହିବି ବୋଲି, କିନ୍ତୁ କହିବା ବେଳେ ସବୁ ଭୁଲିଯାଏ। ଆମେ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେମିତି କିଛି କରିପାରୁନି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୋତେ ଖରାପ ଲାଗୁଛି। ଆଉ ଏମିତି 1.5 year ହବ ବହୁତ ମାନେ ଟିକେ ମେଣ୍ଟାଲି ବହୁତ ଡିଷ୍ଟର୍ବ ରହୁଥିଲି। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଘରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସେବାରେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସେବା ବି କରିପାରୁନି, କିନ୍ତୁ ଏବେ ପୁଣି ଟିକେ ଡିସିପ୍ଲିନ ସବୁ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିଛି। ଆଉ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟ ଜଣାଉଛି, ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ କଷ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ ହଉଛି ଯେମିତି କେମିତି ଟିକେ ମତେ ଠିକ ବାଟକୁ ଟିକେ ନେଇ ଆସନ୍ତୁ। ଆଉ ଏଇ ଘରେ ଯୋଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ବଡ ଅଛନ୍ତି ବହୁତ ମାନେ ଲାଇଫ ବହୁତ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜିଂ, ଆଉ ଏଇ ଦୂରରେ ରହିବା ବେଳକୁ ଘରଠୁ ବହୁତ ଜିନିଷ ଏମିତି ମାଇଣ୍ଡରେ ଚାଲିଛି ଯେ ସବୁ କଣ ଏପଟ ସେପଟ ହେଇଯାଉଛି କଣ। ଆଉ କିନ୍ତୁ ଠାକୁର ସବୁ ଠାକୁର ସବୁବେଳେ ଜଣାଉଥିଲେ ପ୍ରଭୁ ଯେମିତି ମାନେ ଯେତେ ଯେମିତି ତମେ ପାଦ ତଳ ମାନେ ଆମ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଶରଣ ଦିଅ ଯେମିତି ଆମେ କରିପାରିବୁ। ଆଉ ମୁଁ ବି ସବୁବେଳେ ଭାଇ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ସେବା ବି ନବା ଦରକାର। ମୁଁ ପାରୁନି କଣ ନେଲେ ସବୁ ଭାବୁଥିଲି କଣ ଗୋଟେ କଥା ହେଇକି କଣ ଗୋଟେ ସେବାରେ ନାଁ ଦେବି ଯୋଉଟା ମୁଁ କରିପାରିବି, ଜାଣିପାରୁନି କୋଉଟା କରିପାରିବି। ନା ବି ଭାବିଛି ଆଉ ଜିର୍ଣ୍ଣାଲିଷ୍ଟ ଲେଖିବା ପାଇଁ ବହୁତ ଟ୍ରାଏ କରୁଥିଲି କିନ୍ତୁ ସମୟ ଦେଖିଲି ବହୁତ ଗୋଟେ କଲି ଦେଖିଲି ବହୁତ ନ ହଉଛି ପୁଣି କଣ ଏଟା ପଠେଇବି କହିକି ରଖିଗଲି ଏମିତି ଦେଖିଲି ଟ୍ରାଏ କଲି ତାପରେ ଆଉ ରହିଗଲି ଆଉ ପଠେଇଲିନି କି ଇଏ କଲିନି ଏବେ ଭାବିଛି ସେଟା ଟିକେ ଏବେ ମାନେ କରିବି ବୋଲି ଭାବିଛି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଜଣଉଛି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ଯେମିତି ସେବା ଟିକେ ଠିକ ସେ କରିପାରେ ମତେ ସେତିକି ଟିକେ ମୋଟିଭେଟ ଜାଣି କଣ ହଉଛି ମତେ ବହୁତ ରେସ୍ପେକ୍ଟ କଣ ଗୋଟେ ହେଇଛି ମୋଟିଭେଟ ଟିକେ କରନ୍ତି ଆଉ ଯାହା କିଛି ଭୁଲ ହେଇଛି ସେ ମତେ ମାଗୁଛି ଠାକୁର ସହାୟ ତେଣୁ ସବୁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ କହିଛନ୍ତି ତୁମର ପୂଜାର ଗୁରୁ ଭାରତ ଦେଇ ଅଛ वही पश्चिम दिए बताई पक्ष कहीं न हो रही उसी तो प्रार्थना उसी से ही और जय गुरु प्राणय ठाकुर आज मोर सेवा पूजा पाई लास्ट इयर भावुली मोर पाड़ी केतवे पड़ो किंतु ठाकुर कृपार ए वर्ष मोर आज भल दिन प्रथम महिला पूजा मत पाई मिली ସବୁବେଳେ ସେବା ପୂଜା କେମିତି କରିପାରୁଥିବି ଆଉ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ କଥା କହିବି ତାର ଭାଇ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାଇଥିଲେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ଯାଇଥିଲେ ସେତେବେଳେ ସବୁ କାମ କରିବାକୁ ପଡୁଥିଲା ଛୁଆ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ନେଇକି ତାଙ୍କ ସ୍କୁଲ ଛାଡ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଭୋଗ ଦେବ ତାପରେ ସ୍କୁଲ ପୁଣି ଯିବି ତାର ସେତେବେଳେ ମୋ ଦେହ ଟିକେ ବି ଭଲ ନଥିଲା ତାପରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଆସେ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଆସେ ଏତେ ହାଲିଆ ଲାଗେ ମାନେ କଣ ପୁଣି ରୋଷେଇ କରିବି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଭୋଗ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ମନରେ ଆସେ କାହିଁ ସକାଳୁ ମୁଁ ଯାଇଥିଲି ଏତେ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ତ ଏତେ କାମ କରିଥିଲି କାହିଁ ସେତେବେଳେ କିଛି ହେଇନଥିଲା ତମେ ଘରକୁ ଆସିଲା ବେଳକୁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ କାମ କରିବା ବେଳକୁ କହିଦେଉଛି କାରଣ ମୋ ଦେହ ଭଲ ହଉନି ତାପରେ ଏମିତି ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଭାବେ ସେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର କାମ କରିବି ନା ଏତେ ମୁଁ କଲି ସେତେବେଳେ କାହିଁ ଦେହ କିଛି ହେଲାନି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ କାମ କଲା ବେଳକୁ ଦେହ କଣ ମୋର ହେଇଯାଉଛି ତାପରେ ଏମିତି ପଜିଟିଭ ଥିଙ୍କିଂ ଆସେ ତାପରେ ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ କାମଟା କରିବି ଆଉ ବି କାମ ଯେତେବେଳେ କଲାବେଳେ ମୋର ଜଲ୍ଦି ଜଲ୍ଦି ହେଇଯାଏ କରିସାରିଲା ପରେ ବି ଭଲ ମାନେ ଟିକେ ଶାନ୍ତି ବି ଲାଗେ ଆଉ ସେତେବେଳେ ବି ସକାଳେ ବି ମତେ ଯୋଉ ଧ୍ୟାନ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଟାଇମ୍ ହୁଏନି କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଆସିବି ଆସିଲା ପରେ ବି ମୁଁ ମାନେ ଏମିତି ଯୋଉ ଥିଙ୍କିଂଟା କରେ ନା ଏତେ ସମୟ ମୁଁ କଲି ବାହାରେ ମୋ ଟାଇମ୍ଟା ଦେଇପାରୁଛି ଆଉ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ କାହିଁ ନ ଦେବି ଏତିକି ସମୟ ମୁଁ କରିପାରିବିନି ଏମିତି ଯୋଉ ଥିଙ୍କିଂଟା ମୁଁ ଭାବେ ତାପରେ ସେତେବେଳେ ବି ମୁଁ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ 20 ମିନିଟ୍ ହଉ ବି ମୁଁ ରାତିରେ ବି ଧ୍ୟାନ ମାନେ କରିପାରିଛି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଏତିକି ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ଏଇଭଳିଆ ଭାବନା ହିଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ସବୁ ସମୟରେ ବି ଯେମିତି ଆସିଥାଉ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସେବା ଇଏରେ ପୂଜା କଲାବେଳେ ଯେମିତି କିଛି ଖରାପ ଭାବନା ନ ଆସିଥାଉ ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସେବା ଆଗ୍ରହ ସବୁବେଳେ ଯେମିତି ଆସିଥାଉ ଠାକୁର ଏତିକି ସବୁବେଳେ କୃପା କରିଥାନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସେବା ପୂଜା ସେମିତି କରୁଥିବି ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ଏବେ ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ଅଧିବେଶନ ଶେଷ ହେବାକୁ ଯାଉଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଜୟଗୁରୁ କୀର୍ତ୍ତନ ପରେ ଆପଣ ଆଶ୍ରମ ଆପଣ ବିଶ୍ରାମ ଗୃହକୁ ବିଜେ କରିବେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ନିବେଦନ କରାଯିବ ଆଉ ଆଶ୍ରମରେ ଥିବା ସମସ୍ତ ଭକ୍ତ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ପ୍ରସାଦ ସେବନ ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ ଜଣାଉଛି ଆଉ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ପୂଜା ପାଇଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ ଜଣାଉଛି ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ
Jayaguru, I invite Sri Thakur Maharaj, wife, Moss, and young aspirants to the next Sangha Puja to be held on Sunday, February 9th. Jayaguru.
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ପ୍ରାଣପ୍ରିୟ ଠାକୁର ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସଂଘାଧିବେଶନ ଆସନ୍ତା ରବିବାର ଫେବୃଆରୀ 9 ତାରିଖ ଓ ଅଧିବାସ ପୂଜା ଫେବୃଆରୀ 8 ତାରିଖ ଶନିବାର ଦିନ ଅନୁଷ୍ଠିତ ହେବ ଶରଣ୍ୟା, ଦୌଲିମା ଓ ମୋର ସେବା ପାଳି ଅଛି, ପାଳି ସେବା ଅଛି। ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଶ୍ରୀପାଦ ପଦ୍ମରେ ବିନୀତ ନିବେଦନ, ଏ ଦିନ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତମାନଙ୍କୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସେବା ପୂଜାର ସୁଯୋଗ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରି ତଥା ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଅମୀୟ ବାଣୀ ଶୁଣାଇ ଧନ୍ୟ କରିବେ, କୃତାର୍ଥ କରିବେ। ସଂଘର ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ମା, ଭାଇ ଓ ୟଙ୍ଗ ଆସ୍ପିରାଣ୍ଟ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ସଂଘ ପୂଜାରେ ଯୋଗ ଦେଇ ତଥା ଯଥାଯଥ ସେବା ସମ୍ପାଦନ କରି ସଂଘଟିକୁ ସାଫଲ୍ୟମଣ୍ଡିତ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ସାଦର ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ ଜଣାଉଛି। ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଆଜି ଆଦିତି, ଅଞ୍ଜନାମା ଓ ମୋର ସେବା ପୂଜା ପାଳି ଆମ ମାନଙ୍କ ତରଫରୁ ସେବା ପୂଜାରେ କିଛି ତ୍ରୁଟି ହେଇଯାଇଛି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେ ଠାକୁର ପକ୍ଷରେ କ୍ଷମା ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରୁଛି। ତା ସହିତ ସେବାରେ ଥିବା ଅନ୍ୟ ଭାଇ ମା ମାନଙ୍କ ତରଫରୁ କିଛି ଭୁଲ ତ୍ରୁଟି ହେଇଛି, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଠାକୁର ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ କ୍ଷମା ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରୁଛି। ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
তব নামে গাইছিবে ভঙ্গা বীণা মোর শুনো বান শুনো দেবী শিব মঙ্গল শুনো বান শুনো দেবী শিব মঙ্গল তুমি প্রভু মহিদাস সংসার তুমি প্রভু মহিদাস সংসার প্রেমময় শ্রীচরণে করে নিবেদন প্রেমময় শ্রীচরণে প্রেমময় শ্রীচরণে করে নিবেদন তুম জয় গাউছিবে সারা জীবন দেব তুম জয় গাউছিবে সারা জীবন জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় 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 জয়
गुरु जय गुरु जय जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु Jai Guru, 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 Jai Guru,
जय श्री ठाकुर महाराज की
Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai.
Jayaguru, bhai mane maa mane. Nice to be back after almost a month. It's more than a month break. दुईटा कथा कहना चाहूँगी प्रथम था जो कहूली छात्र जो विडन स्टेट थिला बेले देहत्याग करिया पूर्व जो गीतरा कहूले से मन पड़ था प्रथम मन पड़गला से आमर असीम दासगुप्त भाई को कहले कामी भाई जे कामी गोटे गीत बोल कामी भाई बोलते जे गीतरा मुझे कही अलरेडी जे तुम्हार आमार माछ खाने से थाकना अनेक दूर से गीत बोलता ठाकुर कहले जे ठाकुर निजे गोटे निर्देश देले गोटे गीत आदेश देले जाऊँगी ओगो साथी मम साथी स्मिता भाई मैं बोलते केथर सो से गीतटा माने बड़ बेस माने भाव उद्दीपक गीतटी आम जापर ठाकुर विभिन्न व्यक्त इच्छा मध्य ये गोटे इच्छा व्यक्त करते गीतटा शुणा ओगो साथी मम साथी एनिवे माँ जी चान्स पाँच बोली द्वितीय कथा है भाव विनिमय कही डिसेम्बर मसरे समस्त भाई माँ मान को अनुरोध करी ए वर्ष 2025 ठाकुर गोटे उपदेश आप मानिक चलिए से रिजोल्यूशन करूँ सहीटा को ही भाव विनिमय कहतु से गोटे ठाकुर स्टेटमेंट पढ़ुची मुझे प्लीज पे अटेंशन कहले जिते बड़े गुरु भाई भौणी एकत्र हेब परस्पर मध्य भाव विनिमय कर साधन पथरे किए केते दूर अग्रसर हेउछ किए की बाधा की अनुभूति की आनंद पाउछ कि परिवर्तन लक्ष्य करुछ ए सब विषय आलाप आलोचना कर जड़े अलक्षित भाव में अन्यर साधन पथरे सहायक हेब निजर भूल आड़ को दृष्टि पड़ो परस्पर सहायतार अध्यात्म राज्यर बंधुर सोपान गुड़िक पार हो कथा से जिते एकत्र हम से भाव विनिमय कर आम तो से सुजोग हो नहीं आम सप्ताह थे एकत्र होसु कि भाव विनिमय वर्षे थे आसू वर्षे थे पाली मिल वर्षे थे जिते एकत्र कर वर्षे थे भी नक कौन हम आम द्वारा द्वितीय कथा साधन पथरे किए के अग्रसर होमर साधना कौन ठाकुर जहाँ गुरु जहाँ उपदेश जहाँ निर्देश देते सेगुड़ाक मानि चलवा ही आम साधना ठाकुर कहले तुम मैंने दुर्बल अधिकारी तुम द्वारा जोग फोग हो पार ना भेरी क्लीयर ही अबाउट इट तुम मैंने दुर्बल अधिकारी ଏତେ ତୁମକୁ ଭକ୍ତି ପଥରେ ପରିଚାଳିତ କରୁଛି। ଆମ ସାଧନା ହେଲା ଗୁରୁ ଯାହା କରୁଛି ସେଟା କରିବା। ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଟିକେ ଗୋଟିଏ ଠାକୁର ଗୋଟିଏ ବାଣୀ ସ୍ପିକ୍ ୱାନ୍ ମାନେ ଏନି ୱାନ୍ ଡଜଣ୍ଟ ମ୍ୟାଟର। ଗୋଟେ ଠାକୁର ଆଦେଶ ଉପଦେଶ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି, ସେ କହିଲେ ମୋ ଆଦେଶ ଉପଦେଶକୁ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ଭଳି ମର୍ଯ୍ୟାଦା ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିବ। ତେଣୁ ଗୋଟିଏ ଆଦେଶ ଉପଦେଶ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରନ୍ତୁ, ସେଇଟାକୁ let that be your resolution for 2025। ଏ ବର୍ଷ ଏଇଟା କରିବେ। ସେଥିରେ ମାନି ଚଳିଲାରେ କଣଟା ଅସୁବିଧା ହଉଛି କଣଟା ସୁବିଧା ହଉଛି ସେଇଟା ହିଁ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ କରିବାକୁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ। ଏଇଟା ମୁଁ ମନରୁ ଥାନ୍ତିକିରି କହୁନାହିଁ, ମୁଁ ଜଷ୍ଟ କରିଲେ ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିଲେ। ଗୁରୁ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟକ୍ଷ ଭାବରେ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ଦେଇଗଲେ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟରେ କଣ କରିବେ, ଲାଭ କଣ ହବ ସେ ତା ବୋଧେ ସେ କହିଗଲେ। ଏଥିରେ ଜଣେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଜଣଙ୍କର ସାଧନ ପଥରେ ସହାୟକ ହବ, ନିଜର ଭୁଲ ଦୃଷ୍ଟି ପ୍ରତି ଦୃଷ୍ଟି ହେବ। ପରସ୍ପର ସହାୟତାରେ ଏଇ ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ଜଗତ ବନ୍ଧୁର ସୋପାନ ଗୁଡିକ ପାର ହେଇଯିବ। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ଏଇଟା ବାରମ୍ବାର କହି ଆସିଛି, ଆମ ଦ୍ୱାରା ହେଇପାରୁନାହିଁ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ମାସେ କହିଥିଲି ଏ ବର୍ଷ ୱି ଆର୍ ଗୋଇଂ ଟୁ ଏନଫୋର୍ସ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍। ଯେତେ ଭାବିନି ତ ସରିଲାଣି ଫ୍ରମ୍ ନାଓ ଅନ୍ ଟିକେ ଏଇଟାକୁ ଦୃଷ୍ଟି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ମତେ ଯଦି କହିବେ ଯେ ମୋର କଣ ମାନେ ଭୁଲ ଭାଲ ହଉଛି, ମୋର ତ ମାନେ ବହି ହେଇଯିବ, ଖାତା ହେଇଯିବ, କୋଟେ ଲେଖିବି ବସିକି କେତେ ଫେଲିୟର ହଉଛି ଜୀବନରେ, କେତେ ଫେଲିୟର ହଉଛି। କିନ୍ତୁ ଠାକୁର କହିଛନ୍ତି ଫେଲିୟର ପର କଥା ନୁହେଁ, ପ୍ରଯତ୍ନ ପ୍ରୟାସ। ଠାକୁର ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଏକଦମ ଦୀପ୍ତ ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ହଉଛି ହରଦମ ଲେଗେ ଥାକା ଯାଇ। ଡିରେକ୍ଟ କୋଟ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ହରଦମ ଲେଗେ ଥାକା ଯାଇ, ମାନେ ସବୁବେଳେ ଲାଗି ରହ। ପଡ଼ିବ ତ ପଡ଼ିବ, ଫେଲ ହବ ତ ଫେଲ ହବ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ଲାଗି ରହିବା ଦରକାର ହରଦମ ସବୁବେଳେ ଲେଗେ ଥାକା ଯାଇ। ତେଣୁ ଭୁଲ ହବ, ଫେଲ ହବା, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଗୁରୁ ମାନେ ଅସନ୍ତୁଷ୍ଟ ନୁହନ୍ତି। ସେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି କାମ କରିଚାଲ, ତାଙ୍କ ଆଦେଶ ଉପଦେଶ ମାନି ଚାଲିବା। ଏନିୱେ ସୋ ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟିଂ ଅଲ୍ ଅଫ୍ ୟୁ, ଆସୁଛି ଭବିଷ୍ୟତରେ ଭାବନା ଆସୁଛି, ଯଦି ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କିଛି ଡିସାଇଡ୍ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ କିଛି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ବାଣୀ ଡିସାଇଡ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ, ଆଉ ତାକୁ ସବୁବେଳେ ନଜର ରଖନ୍ତୁ। କୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ଭୁଲ ହେଇଗଲା, କୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ଭୁଲ ହେଇଗଲା, କୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ମୁଁ ଠିକ ହେଲା, ସେଇଟାକୁ ଭାବିନି ବ୍ୟକ୍ତ କରନ୍ତୁ। ଅନ୍ୟ ଜିନିଷ କରନ୍ତୁ, କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଠାକୁର ଯୋଉ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି, ଭାବିନି ବିଷୟରେ ଯୋଉ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି, ସେ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶଟା ପ୍ରତିପାଳନ କରିବା। ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ହେଲା ସାଧନ ପଛରେ କିଏ କେତେ ଦୂର ଅଗ୍ରସର ହଉଛ, କଣ ଭୁଲ ଭାଲ ହଉଛି ସେଇଟା ବ୍ୟକ୍ତ କର, କଣ ଠିକ ହଉଛି ସେଇଟା ବ୍ୟକ୍ତ କର। Once again, I'm requesting all of you, ଏ ବର୍ଷଟା ବୃଥାରେ କାଟି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ନାହିଁ। ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଏଇ ଗୋଟିଏ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ପାଳନ କରିବା ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ। ହଉ, ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ବିଷୟ ଥାଏ
ନାଇଁ, ଭଲ କଥା କହିଲେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ କଥା। ଆଉ ତ ଆମର ଏଇଟା ସଂଘ ଠାକୁର ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଏକତ୍ରିତ ହେଇଛେ, ଭାଇ ଚେତେଇ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି, ମନେ ପକେଇ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି। ଏଇଟା ଆମ ପାଇଁକା ଆମର ଆତ୍ମା, ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଇଏ କରିକି ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଉନ୍ନତି ହେବା ପାଇଁକା ଏଇ ଗୋଟେ ପଥ ଭାଇ ମନେ ପକେଇ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି। ତେଣୁ ସମସ୍ତେ କେମିତି ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବା। ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଦିସ୍ ଭେରି ନାଇସ୍ ଡିସ୍କସନ୍। ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଆଉ ଆଜି ଆମର ଜଣେ ନୂଆ ମା ଯୋଗ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି। ସେ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଆସନ ମନ୍ଦିରକୁ ଏଇ କ୍ୟାରିୟରରେ ରହନ୍ତି। ଯଦି ସେ ଥିବେ ଲାଇନରେ, ସୁଶ୍ରୀ ମା, I request you to introduce yourself. Jayaguru. ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଯୋଗ ଦେଇନାହାନ୍ତି ଆଜି। ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ହଉ, ଆଉ କେତେଟା ଜିନିଷ କହିବାର ଥିଲା। ଏବେ ବର୍ଷ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା, ଏଇଟା ଆମର ଜାନୁଆରୀ ମାସ ଚାଲିଛି। ଏ ବର୍ଷର ଯାହା ସବୁ ମାନେ ଆମର ନାରାୟଣ ସେବା ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ ହେବା କଥା, ସେଇଟା ସବୁ ଯଦି ଏବେ ଏଠୁ ଆମେ ପ୍ଲାନ୍ କରିବା, ଯେଉଁ ସବୁ ପାଠଚକ୍ର ଗ୍ରୁପ୍ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ଆପଣମାନେ ଜାଣନ୍ତି ଆମର ନ୍ୟୁ ଇୟର ଯେଉଁ ହେଲା ଗୋଲ୍ସ, ଏ ବର୍ଷର ଗୋଲ୍ସ, ସଂଘର ଗୋଲ୍ସ ସବୁ ରଖା ହେଲା। ସେଥିରୁ ଥିଲା ଯେ ପାଠଚକ୍ର ଗ୍ରୁପ୍ ମାନେ ସେମାନେ କେମିତି ତାଙ୍କ ଲୋକାଲରେ ଏରିଆରେ କେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ନାରାୟଣ ସେବା କରିବେ, ଆଉ ଅନ୍ୟ ରିଜନ୍ ମଧ୍ୟ ସ୍ପ୍ରେଡ୍ କରାଯିବ। ତେଣୁ ଆପଣମାନେ ଏବେଠୁ ପ୍ଲାନ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ, ଆଉ ସେଟାକୁ ଯେବେ କରିବେ ଯଦି ଆମକୁ ଜଣେଇଲେ ସେ ଅନୁସାରେ ସେଇଟା ପରିଚାଳନା ମଣ୍ଡଳୀ ତାକୁ ରିଭ୍ୟୁ କରିକି ଆପ୍ରୁଭ୍ କଲେ ଆପଣ ସେ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟଟା କରିପାରିବେ। ତେଣୁ ଏବେଠୁ ପ୍ଲାନିଂ କରନ୍ତୁ, ଏ ବର୍ଷର କେଉଁ ମାସରେ କରିବେ, କେବେ କରିବେ, ଏବେଠୁ ଡିସ୍କସନ୍ କରି ସେଇଟା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରନ୍ତୁ। ଯେତେ ଶୀଘ୍ର ଜଣେଇଲେ ଭଲ। ଆମର ୟା ଭିତରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆମର ଫଣ୍ଡ ମଧ୍ୟ ଅଛି, ସେଥିପାଇଁକା ୱି ହାଭ୍